Welcome back to the deep dive. So today's source material, it's a ride, a really sprawling conversation.
Yeah, definitely sprawling. It jumps all over the place, doesn't it?
It really does, from like AI making music to pool hustling, political stuff, fame. It's kind of a mirror of modern chaos, actually.
Which is perfect for us, right? That's what we do here.
Exactly. So our job, our mission, is to pull out the key threads from all this.
Uh-huh. We're zeroing in on how tech, AI, algorithms, how they're messing with our view of reality.
Right, skewing things. And then the flip side.
Yeah, the counterbalance. Where do people find something solid, something the sources call absolute truth, when everything online feels so subjective?
Yeah, that's the core tension, this instant tech gratification versus like real-world discipline that takes hard work and doesn't just, give you likes.
Okay, so should we start with the tech? The AI part was pretty wild.
Let's do it. The creative side first before we get into maybe the darker stuff.
Okay, so this, maybe surprising bit, was about generative AI, how fast it can just create things, remix art instantly.
I was genuinely blown away by that 50 Cent example they talked about.
Oh, yeah. Taking his lyrics, was it Many Men?
Many Men or What Up Gangster? Yeah, really gritty stuff. And then using AI to set it to, what, 1950s soul music?
Exactly. And the result, they said, wasn't just okay, it was fantastic.
Fantastic. And super simple to do, apparently.
That's the crazy part. It might have been just like a 5-word prompt, 1950s soul music, feed it the lyrics, and bang, you get this professional sounding track.
The friction is just gone.
Totally gone.
But hang on, does that, you have to ask, right? If anyone can do that so easily, does it cheapen the original 50 Cent's actual genius?
That's a really good question. And interestingly, the sources seem to suggest the opposite happened.
Really? How?
Well, by taking away the expected, aggressive beat, the AI remix kind of filtered the lyrics.
Yeah.
Hearing them against that smooth soul background actually made the hosts realize just how good the original writing was.
So it highlighted the core songwriting. Interesting.
Yeah, it sort of proved the genius in a weird way. The quality of Many Men just shone through differently.
Okay, so it's not just making noise, it's like a new way to appreciate the original.
Precisely. And the commercial side of that,
Oh, yeah.
they basically said, if some unknown artist dropped that AI track today, they'd be the biggest artist on earth. Instantly.
Wow, an instant hit machine from a few words. That really does signal a massive shift in, well, everything creative.
It changes the game completely. Originality, potential.
Yeah, okay. So that's the creative power. But that same kind of instant zero friction logic, where does it turn toxic?
Right. Let's make that transition. Because when that logic hits how we see each other, how we talk about politics, that's where the sources got pretty dark.
Yeah, the idea that the algorithm flattens us all.
Exactly. That's the phrase they used. The algorithm flattens all of us into a two-dimensional person.
How does it do that?
Yeah.
What's the mechanism?
Well, the platforms want engagement, right? Addiction, clicks. So the algorithm learns to pick out just the bits of a person or an argument that trigger you, the parts that tap into, like your biggest fears, or the stuff you want confirmed about how bad the other side is.
It just ignores everything else. All the complexity that makes someone human.
Totally ignores it.
Yeah.
And the example they used about the commentator Charlie who died, that really drove it home.
Yeah, that was stark.
His actual life was, complicated. But the algorithm basically split him in two. For people on the left who only saw certain clips, he was just a bigot, full stop.
And for the right, curated by a different feed, he was purely a God-fearing family man.
Right. Two completely different, simple characters.
So when he died, the reactions were just polar opposites, celebration versus heartbreak.
And because neither side had seen the whole person, only the caricature the algorithm fed them.
They looked at the other side's reaction and thought they were completely nuts.
Absolutely insane was the quote. Because they weren't reacting to the same reality. They were reacting to the 2D version served up by the platform. No empathy possible.
And the algorithm itself, it doesn't want complexity, does it?
No way. Nuance is boring for the algorithm.
Yeah.
It doesn't get clicks.
Reasonable takes don't go viral.
Exactly. It's not entertaining. People want the extremes. Like the host said, I want to see Nick Fuentes talk trash.
Yeah.
Outrage sells. It's addictive.
So the system just feeds you more of what already angers you or confirms your biases, pushes you further down that rabbit hole.
A narrow, emotionally charged tunnel.
Okay, so if that's what we're up against, this constant flattening, what's the defense? How do you stay sane?
Well, the sources offered a pretty good mental trick, actually, a cognitive defense.
Yeah.
You have to treat that stuff, especially unsolicited, outrageous content, like getting a video from some random account,
Treat it like what?
like eating a Big Mac.
Huh. Okay, I like that. Explain.
You might indulge in it, right? You click it, you watch it, but you have to know instantly that it's not nutritious.
It's junk food information.
Exactly. Junk food for the brain. You gotta be immediately skeptical, especially if it feels perfectly designed to make you mad or confirm exactly what you already think.
So the immediate question should be,
What is this confirming for me?
Yeah.
If it hits that bias bullseye perfectly, that's your red flag. It's probably cheap, high-calorie outrage bait, not real substance.
got it. Okay. Skepticism as a default setting. Treat it like junk food.
Pretty much.
All right, so that brings us to the counterpoint then. If the digital world is designed to flatten us and feed our biases,
Yeah.
where's the antidote? Where do people find that solid ground, that objective reality?
Yeah, the absolute truth place. And the sources argued really strongly, actually, that you find it in things that are hard, complex physical hobbies, things that, crucially, you can't just talk your way through or monetize easily.
And their main example was pool hustling.
Yeah, the whole world of pool hustling. It sounds kind of niche, but the analogy works really well.
Okay, so hustling. It's not just about being good at pool, right? It's psychological.
Oh, totally. It's about reading the other person, the mark.
Yeah.
It's about manipulation.
How so?
Well, a hustler might let the mark win a few games early on, build their confidence, get them comfortable betting more.
Get them on the hook, as they put it.
Exactly. Then raise the stakes, maybe $5,000. The whole fun for the hustler is in that deception, playing dumb until the money is real.
But here's the key part I liked. That deception only works if the mark is naive or if you suck.
Right. You can't hustle a true master.
Hmm.
If you're genuinely world-class, the psychological games don't work because your skill is undeniable.
Absolute. And getting to that level, that takes serious work, no shortcuts.
Brutal work. The sources talked about pros playing 8 hours a day, minimum.
8 hours. Wow.
Yeah, and matches that go for days, like first to 100 games. That's not a quick viral hit. That's pure objective grind.
Sustained effort. And the technique itself, they got really specific.
Oh yeah, the slipstroke or throwing the cue.
Describe that again. It sounded almost artistic.
It is. It's about this incredibly soft grip, like you're holding a baby bird,
Yeah.
and letting the cue slide just a tiny bit through your fingers right at impact.
To get the perfect spin, the roll.
Exactly. It's micro-precision, years of muscle memory. You cannot fake that. Charisma doesn't help you make that shot.
The cue ball doesn't care who you are.
Not one bit.
Yeah.
And that's the connection they made, right? That's the absolute truth.
So pursuits like pool, or they mentioned archery, jujitsu, these are good for people who are maybe too successful elsewhere, like artists, celebs.
It's exactly. Because physics doesn't lie. The result is binary.
The arrow either hits the target or it does not.
Right. There's no room for charisma. There's no room for spin. It grounds you. It forces humility.
And that humility is maybe the thing you lose first when you get really famous or successful, when everyone tells you you're amazing.
It has to be.
Mhm.
If your whole world is subjective praise, you desperately need something objective to keep you anchored, something that just humbles you. As they said, it's nice to have something that humbles you.
Okay, so let's try and wrap this up. The contrast is pretty clear.
Yeah, the digital world confirms bias, flattens us, rewards ego.
While these disciplined physical pursuits demand humility and offer unvarnished reality.
And thinking about that, lack of grounding humility, it really puts their discussion about child stars into perspective.
Oh, yeah. Britney, Michael Jackson, Miley Cyrus.
They achieved massive success super early in performance art, the ultimate subjective field.
Driven by, well, often by stage moms, promoters,
Yeah.
people pushing them into that intense, affirming spotlight from a very young age.
Right. They likely never had that chance to be humbled by failing at a difficult physical skill before the world told them they were perfect.
Their success was all charisma performance, not that binary objective truth of, say, archery or pool.
Exactly. Which leaves us and leaves you listening with a pretty pointed, maybe uncomfortable question to think about.
Okay, what's the final thought?
If that kind of huge success comes really early, really easily, and it's not balanced by any external objective checks, like the absolute truth of a hard skill, are the adults, the parents, the industry folks who push kids into that extreme fame, are they unintentionally setting them up for a really rough time later, for psychological fragility?
Is massive success without that built-in need for personal humility? Is that actually the biggest risk factor for a difficult adult life?
Something to chew on.
Definitely something to think about. We'll leave it there for this deep dive. We'll see you next time.